Now You See Me, Now You Don't is a 2025 American heist film directed by Ruben Fleischer from a screenplay by Michael Leslie, the writing duo of Paul Wernick and Rhett Reese, and Seth Grahame-Smith, based on a story by Eric Warren Singer and Leslie. 5. The film is the sequel to Now You See Me 2, 2016, and the third installment in the Now You See Me film series. The cast includes Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, Isla Fisher, Lizzie Kaplan, and Morgan Freeman returning from previous films, joined by new cast members Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa, Ariana Greenblatt, and Rosamund Pike. Now You See Me, Now You Don't premiered at the Harbor Club in Amsterdam, Netherlands, on November 11, 2025 6, and was released in the United States on November 14, 2025, by Lionsgate. The film grossed $244 million worldwide and received mixed reviews from critics. A sequel is in development. 7. Plot. 10 years after the Horsemen's last performance, three young illusionists Charlie G's, Bosco LeRoy, and June Rouclere impersonate the Horsemen using deepfakes and holograms to drain a corrupt cryptocurrency exchange owner's wallet and share the stolen funds. They are approached by the real J. Daniel Atlas, the foreman of the Horsemen, who reveals he was sent by the Eye, a secret society of magicians, via a tarot card to recruit them for a mission to steal the largest diamond called the Heart Diamond from Veronica Vanderberg, the head of a South African diamond company formed by her late father that provides money laundering services for criminals. Meanwhile, Veronica receives a phone call from a man who threatens to expose her crimes unless she delivers the diamond to him. At a private party in Antwerp, where the diamond is being displayed, Daniel and the three young illusionists execute a heist to steal the diamond. Veronica's security and the police fail to pursue them as three other horsemen, Jack Wilder, Henley Reeves, and Merritt McKinney, arrive to help, each having also received a tarot card from the Eye. The Horsemen recount a heist gone wrong that led to their leader, Dylan Rhodes, being incarcerated in a Russian prison and the team falling apart. The tarot cards, when brought together, direct the group to a chateau in France, where they are greeted by a friend of the Horsemen, Thaddeus Bradley, who was also contacted by the Eye. Charlie and Bosco find Veronica's client list and evidence of her illegal activities behind a painting. The police, who are on Veronica's payroll, raid the estate, forcing the group to split up to avoid capture. Merritt, Jack, and June are caught, while Charlie, Bosco, Daniel, and Henley escape through a tunnel. Thaddeus is fatally shot while fleeing. At the police station, Veronica interrogates Merritt, who deduces that her father's affair led to her mother's suicide and that Veronica murdered her housekeeper and the housekeeper's son. Lula, another horseman, frees Jack and June, but Merritt is unable to escape. Veronica and the Horsemen agree to meet at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi, where a party is being held for Veronica's Formula One team, to secure Merritt's release in exchange for the diamond. Bosco and Charlie create a distraction by stealing Veronica's Formula One car and driving off, triggering a police chase. Meanwhile, Veronica traps the Horsemen in a glass tank, seeking to bury them alive in sand. She leaves with the diamond and arranges to meet with the unknown caller at her vault. The Horsemen manage to escape by breaking a water pipe and using Henley's diamond wedding ring to shatter the glass. Veronica arrives at the vault and takes a gun from a guard. She discovers that the unknown caller is Charlie, who reveals himself to be Veronica's half-brother, the housekeeper's son. He reveals that his mother's car brakes got cut, but she saved him with her last breath. A tearful Veronica apologizes and hands Charlie the diamond before shooting him. However, Charlie faked his death with a bullet catch trick, revealing that Veronica has been firing blanks, and the walls fall open to reveal a Horseman stage with a live audience. Charlie reveals himself as a Vanderberg, and as the true mastermind who enlisted the Horsemen by posing as the Eye, seeking to exact revenge for his mother's death, and that Veronica has been secretly transported to the stage under the guise of a fake sandstorm. Veronica is arrested by the authorities, and Charlie pledges to bring her clients to justice and return their proceeds to the people of South Africa. Sometime later, the Horsemen gather at Charlie, June, and Bosco's hideout, where Jack and Lula rekindle their relationship. A package arrives at the door containing a hologram projector of Dylan, who reveals he had faked his imprisonment and inducts Charlie, Bosco, and June into the eye. He also tells the Horsemen that their work is not done yet. Cast: Jesse Eisenberg as J. Daniel Atlas, the arrogant foreman of the Four Horsemen. Woody Harrelson as Merritt McKinney, the oldest member of the Horsemen, specializing in mentalism and hypnosis. Dave Franco as Jack Wilder, the youngest member of the Horsemen, specializing in sleight of hand and cardistry. Isla Fisher as Henley Reeves, the final member of the original Horsemen, specializing in escapology. Justice Smith as Charlie, a young magician and magic history enthusiast. Dominic Sessa as Bosco, a young impressionist and friend of Charlie's. Ariana Greenblatt as June, a lockpicker, expert pickpocket, and friend of Charlie's. Lizzie Kaplan as Lula May, a member of the Horsemen who replaced Henley in the second film, specializing in disguises. Rosamund Pike as Veronica Vanderberg, the head of a South African diamond company involved in money laundering. Morgan Freeman as Thaddeus Bradley, a Grand Master of the Eye. Thabang Moleba as Letha Bohoza, Veronica's right-hand man. Additionally, Mark Ruffalo reprises his role as Dylan Shrike, the leader of the Horsemen and Grand Master of the Eye, in a cameo appearance. 7. Andrew Santino appears as Brett Finnegan, a corrupt cryptocurrency exchange owner who was the focal point of Charlie, Bosco, and June's opening heist. Citation needed. Production. Development. In May 2015, Lionsgate CEO John Feldheimer announced they had already begun planning for a sequel to Now You See Me 2, 2016, titled Now You See Me 3. In April 2016, it was announced John M. Chu, director of the second installment, would return for the following film. 7. Eric Warren Singer was revealed to be the screenwriter in April 2020. 9. In September 2022, Ruben Fleischer was confirmed to be directing the project, while Seth Grahame-Smith had replaced Singer as screenwriter. 10. The final screenplay was credited to Singer, Grahame-Smith, and Michael Leslie, with production handled by Bobby Cohen and Alex Kurtzman. 11. In April 2025, the film's official title was revealed to be Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Chu had previously pushed for the second installment to have this title, but it was rejected at the time for marketing reasons. 12. Filming. Principal photography began in July 2024 in Budapest, Hungary, with George Richmond serving as cinematographer. 14 places shot in Hungary include the Museum of Fine Arts, the roof of the Budapest University of Technology and Economics, and the Danube River for the boat scene. 15 For the Château de Roussillon in France, director Ruben Fleischer explained that they used exterior shots of the Nádasdy Castle, also in Hungary, and built the interiors on 2 stages at Stern Studios. 15 For the construction of the magical sets inside the chateau, the production team consulted with the Museum of Illusions Budapest, to make sure that illusions were constructed correctly. 15 The French police station was filmed in a closed-down museum in Szentendre, a small town located outside of Budapest. 15 Additional location shooting took place in Antwerp, Belgium, filming outside areas of Grote Market and Central Station, from August 28 to September 1, 2024. 16 To take advantage of rebates offered by the Abu Dhabi Film Commission, filming took place at Louvre Abu Dhabi and Yas Island locations including Ferrari World, Yas Marina Circuit and CLYMB Abu Dhabi. 17 Filming officially wrapped on November 18, 2024. 18-19 Music. Further information, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, soundtrack. On June 17, 2025, it was confirmed that Brian Tyler, the composer of the first 2 films, would be returning to compose the film's score. 20. Release. Now You See Me, Now You Don't premiered at the Harbor Club in Amsterdam, Netherlands, on November 11, 2025 6, and was released theatrically in the United States on November 14. 21. Reception. Box office. As of January 8, 2026, Now You See Me, Now You Don't has grossed $61.9 million in the United States and Canada, and $176.4 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $238.3 million. 3-4. In the United States and Canada, Now You See Me, Now You Don't was released alongside The Running Man and Keeper, and was projected to gross $20 to $25 million in its opening weekend. 22. The film made $2.1 million in Thursday box office previews. 23. The film would go on to make $21 million at the domestic box office in its opening weekend, finishing at the top. 4. Critical response. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, 61% of 145 critics' reviews are positive. The website's consensus reads, "Getting the gang back together, Now You See Me, Now You Don't repeats a lot of the franchise's familiar tricks, although there's still charm in seeing these characters pull the proverbial rabbit out of the hat." 24. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 50 out of 100, based on 34 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. 25 audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B+ on an A+ to F scale, down from the A- earned by its predecessors, and a definite recommend score of 63%. 26. Accolades. The film was nominated for Best Action/Adventure Film at the Saturn Awards. 27. Sequel. In April 2025, during Lionsgate's presentation at Cinemacon, a fourth installment in the Now You See Me franchise was announced to be in development. Ruben Fleischer is set to return as director. Jesse Adam Eisenberg/Eisenberg, born October 5, 1983, is an American actor, playwright, and filmmaker. Recognized for playing smart but socially awkward characters in both comedies and dramas. His accolades include a BAFTA award as well as nominations for 2 Academy Awards, and 3 Golden Globes. Eisenberg made his television debut with the short-lived comedy-drama series Get Real, 1999 to 2000. Following his first leading role in the film Roger Dodger, 2002, he starred in films such as The Squid and the Whale, 2005, Adventureland, 2009, and Zombieland, 2009. He gained wider recognition for starring as Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg in David Fincher's film The Social Network, 2010, for which he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actor. Eisenberg then starred in the Woody Allen films To Rome with Love, 2012, and Café Society, 2016, the heist films Now You See Me, 2013, and its 2 sequels, 2016 and 2025, and independent dramas such as The Double, 2013. He starred as Lex Luthor in the DC Extended Universe, DCEU, superhero films Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016, and Zack Snyder's Justice League, 2021, and had a lead voice role as Blue in the animated films Rio, 2011, and Rio 2, 2014. In 2022, he starred in the FX/Hulu miniseries Fleischman is in Trouble and made his film directorial debut with the black comedy When You Finish Saving the World. He has since directed, written, and starred in the comedy drama A Real Pain, 2024, which earned him the BAFTA Award for Best Original Screenplay and an Academy Award nomination in the same category. Eisenberg has contributed pieces to The New Yorker and the website of McSweeney's. He has written and starred in 3 plays for the New York stage, Asuncion, The Revisionist, and The Spoils. He released his first book, Bream Gives Me Hiccups, and Other Stories in 2015. 3. Early life and education. It taught me about the discipline about performance. Every morning she had a duck party, She would wake up very early and tune her guitar and warm up her voice, and it taught me that you could take performance seriously. I think a lot of actors have trouble taking things seriously, but it's really like anything else in the world. So it gave me the confidence to take it seriously and not make me feel silly for indulging in a role. Eisenberg, on the influence his mother's previous job as a children's clown had on his acting for. Jesse Adam Eisenberg V was born in Astoria, Queens, NYC, and grew up in East Brunswick, New Jersey. 6. His mother, Amy, née Fishman, who now teaches cross-cultural sensitivity in hospitals, previously worked as a clown named Bonabini at children's parties and as a director/choreographer for a high school for 20 years. 478. She was also a socialist Zionist and member of the Hashomer Hatzair youth organization. 9. His father, Barry Eisenberg, drove a taxicab, then worked at a hospital, and later became a college professor, teaching sociology. 10. 11. 12. He has 2 sisters, Hallie Eisenberg, a former child actress who was once famous as the Pepsi girl in a series of commercials, and Carrie Eisenberg, now Carrie Lee. 13. Who also worked as an actress. 14. Ran a vegetarianism and animal rights-based children's theater troupe. 15. And is now an independent artist in New York. 16. Eisenberg was raised in a secular Jewish household. 17. 18. His ancestors came from Poland and from the area that later became Ukraine. 19. 20. He attended the East Brunswick Public Schools at Frost Elementary School, Hammarskjöld Middle School, 6th and 7th, Churchill Junior High School, 8th and 9th, and spent his sophomore and junior years at East Brunswick High School. 21. He then transferred to the Professional Performing Arts School in New York for his senior year. When he was a senior, he received his breakthrough role in the independent comedy drama film Roger Dodger. 10. His work in the film prevented him from enrolling at New York University. 22. 23. Instead, he studied anthropology and contemporary architecture at the New School in Greenwich Village. 24. Where he majored in liberal arts, with a focus on democracy and cultural pluralism. 23. Career. Beginnings. Eisenberg struggled to fit in at school due to an anxiety disorder, and began acting in plays at an early age. 25. When he was 7, he starred as Oliver Twist in a children's theater production of the musical Oliver, and by 12 he was an understudy in the 1996 Broadway revival of Tennessee Williams' Summer and Smoke. At 13, he understudied the role of young Scrooge in a musical version of A Christmas Carol starring Tony Randall. 26. He had his first professional role in Arj Shah's off-Broadway play The Gathering at age 16. 27. He said, "When playing a role, I would feel more comfortable, as you're given a prescribed way of behaving." 28. Eisenberg started writing screenplays at 16, some of which were optioned by major studios, but he claimed that he was dissatisfied with the lack of control he had over his creations once they were sold. 26. He once got into trouble with Woody Allen's lawyers when, as a teenager, he penned a play about how Allen came to change his name and managed to get the script to Allen's people. Instead of a seal of approval, he received cease and desist letters from Allen's attorney. 29. 30. Eisenberg later starred in 2 films directed by Allen, To Rome with Love 31 and Café Society. 32. 33. 34. 1999 to 2008, early work. Eisenberg made his television debut in the series Get Real, from 1999 to 2000. In 2001, he appeared in a UK Dr. Pepper commercial as Butt Naked Boy. 35. After appearing in the made-for-television film Lightning, Fire from the Sky at 18, he starred in the independent film Roger Dodger, for which he won an award at the San Diego Film Festival for Most Promising New Actor, and in The Emperor's Club, both of which were released in 2002 to generally positive reviews. Eisenberg was sick for the majority of the nightclub scene and can be seen sweating in different shots. 36. In 2005, Eisenberg appeared in Cursed, a horror film directed by Wes Craven, and The Squid and the Whale, a well-reviewed independent drama starring Laura Linney and Jeff Daniels. 22 in 2007, he starred opposite Richard Gere and Terrence Howard in The Hunting Party, a comic thriller in which he plays an American journalist reporting from Bosnia, and was also cast in the indie comic drama Holy Rollers alongside his sister, Hallie Eisenberg, who played his fictional sister in the film. He played a young Hasidic Jew who becomes involved in the ecstasy smuggling trade, using his religion as a disguise to deal without suspicion. Filming took place in New York in 2008. 37 in 2009, Eisenberg played the lead role alongside Kristen Stewart, which would be the first of many collaborations between them in Adventureland, a comedy directed by Greg Motola and filmed in Kennywood Park, near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Filming wrapped in October 2007, 38, and the film had its premiere at the Sundance Film Festival in 2009. During the late 2000s, he also had roles in the independent film Solitary Man, playing college student Daniel, and Camp Hell, a horror film directed by George Van Buskirk. 3940. 2009 to 2011, breakthrough and critical success. Eisenberg at the premiere of Zombieland in September 2009. Eisenberg's first major box office success was a lead role in the horror comedy Zombieland, 2009. He starred opposite Woody Harrelson, Emma Stone, and Abigail Breslin as a group of survivors on a road trip through a post-zombie apocalypse America, and was a sleeper hit. 41 in 2010, he portrayed Facebook creator Mark Zuckerberg in the film The Social Network, for which he earned the Best Actor award from the National Board of Review of Motion Pictures. 42 and nominations for Best Actor at the BAFTA Awards, Golden Globes, and Academy Awards, but lost to Colin Firth for his performance of George VI in The King's Speech. According to the film's director, David Fincher, both he and screenwriter Aaron Sorkin knew Eisenberg was the one for the role as soon as they watched his audition tape, despite Eisenberg's own anxieties about his audition. 43 on November 22, 2010, Eisenberg was honored, along with Whoopi Goldberg, Jocelyn Engel, and Harvey Kruger, at the Children at Heart Celebrity Dinner Gala and Fantasy Auction, to benefit the children of the Chernobyl disaster. Steven Spielberg serves as chair of the event each year. 19. Eisenberg at the Madrid premiere of The Social Network in October 2010. On January 29, 2011, Eisenberg hosted Saturday Night Live on NBC, with musical guest Nicki Minaj. During his opening monologue, Zuckerberg himself appeared. 44 Eisenberg said that meeting the man he portrayed on screen was an overwhelming experience, and was happy that we were both able to have fun at the situation. 45. Zuckerberg, who has complained frequently about the artistic licenses taken by The Social Network, would later say that he thought Eisenberg was a little afraid to meet me after his portrayal, but I tried to be nice. 46. In 2011, he starred in the box office animated hit Rio, as the main character Blue, a metropolitan, domesticated male Spix's macaw who learns how to fly. He starred alongside Anne Hathaway, his former co-star, and on-screen sibling, from Get Real. 47, as well as George Lopez, Tracy Morgan, will.i.am, and Jamie Foxx. 48. He featured in one song, Real in Rio, in the film's soundtrack, which was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song. 49. He also starred alongside Aziz Ansari, Danny McBride, and Nick Swardson in 30 Minutes or Less, a film noir heist comedy about a pizza delivery man, played by Eisenberg, who is forced to rob a bank, which was released in August 2011. 50. In October 2011, Eisenberg made his playwriting debut in Rattlestick Playwrights Theater's off-Broadway production of Asuncion, staged at Cherry Lane Theater. Eisenberg also acted in the play, which was directed by Kip Fagan. The play highlights two overeducated, liberal-minded friends, played by Eisenberg and Justin Bartha, whose assumptions are challenged by their new Filipina roommate, played by Camille Mana. 51-52. 2012 to 2019, work as a playwright and acting roles. In 2012, he starred alongside Melissa Leo in Why Stop Now, a drama about a drug addict mother, Leo, and her piano prodigy son, Eisenberg, 53, and in the magical realist romantic comedy To Rome with Love, directed by Woody Allen. 54. That same year, he filed a $3 million lawsuit against the producers of the 2010 direct-to-DVD film Camp Hell, claiming exploitation. According to the lawsuit, Eisenberg agreed to appear in the film as a favor to his friends. He was on set for one day of filming in 2007, earned about $3,00055 and logged only a few minutes of total screen time. 56. Because of his minimal involvement in the production, he was surprised to see that his face was prominently featured on the cover of the DVD, implying that he starred in the film. His lawsuit asserts various California law causes of action, including claims for unfair business practices and publicity rights. 57. Eisenberg at the 2015 San Diego Comic-Con. In 2013, Eisenberg reunited with Woody Harrelson for the magician heist thriller Now You See Me, playing a world-famous close-up magician and street performer recruited into a secret group of elite magicians to pull off bank heists with magic tricks, redistributing the money from a wealthy businessman, Michael Caine, to victims of his corrupt capitalist schemes. That year he announced his plan to continue writing, for both stage and screen, as well as continuing to act. 58. He debuted his second play, The Revisionist 59, and starred in Richard Ayoade's drama, The Double, 2013, which was shot in 2012. 60. In the following years, Eisenberg reprised his role as Blue in Rio 2, 2014, 61, and reunited with Stewart in the action comedy American Ultra, 2015, playing a rogue sleeper agent being chased by the CIA. 62. In 2015, Eisenberg portrayed Rolling Stone journalist David Lipsky in the biographical drama film The End of the Tour, appearing opposite Jason Segel, who portrayed the late author David Foster Wallace. 63. Eisenberg's third play, The Spoils, premiered off-Broadway in the new group Perishing Square Signature Center Alice Griffin Box Theater. The play, featuring Eisenberg as Ben, also starring Kunal Nayyar, Michael Zijan, Aaron Dark, and Annapurna Sriram, was the winner of the Blanche and Irving Laurie Foundation Theater Visions Fund Award. 64. On September 8, 2015, Eisenberg released his first book, Bream Gives Me Hiccups, a collection of short humor pieces. 359. Eisenberg serves on the board of advisors for Playing on Air, a public radio show/podcast that works with contemporary playwrights to produce plays for today's digital audience. 65. He has written one short play for Playing on Air, called A Little Part of All of Us, 2015, which he starred in with Justin Bartha. 66. He has voiced for two other plays, The Final Interrogation of Soksku's Dog, 2015, written by Warren Leight, and The Blizzard, 2016, written by David Ives and directed by John Rando. 67-68. Eisenberg played the supervillain Lex Luthor in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice 69-70, which was released in March 2016, to generally negative reviews. 69-71. His performance in particular was criticized by comic book fans and film reviewers, 72, later earning him the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Supporting Actor. 73. He defended himself by saying he attempted to make these people real and relatable and interesting and engaging. 74. Years later, Eisenberg shared that he felt joining the project was detrimental to his career because he was poorly received in the high-profile film. 75. Eisenberg with the cast of Café Society at the 2016 Cannes Film Festival. Eisenberg with the cast of Café Society at the 2016 Cannes Film Festival. Eisenberg then reunited with Woody Allen and Kristen Stewart, for the third time, in Café Society. 32. 76, 77, 78, 79. The film held its world premiere at the Cannes Film Festival on May 11, 2016. 80 Eisenberg next reprised his role as street magician J. Daniel Danny Atlas in Now You See Me Too, which was released on June 10, 2016, previewed June 9, to mixed reviews. 81-82 The film was shot primarily in London and Macau. 83-84 it grossed over $267 million worldwide. 85-86 and Lionsgate CEO John Feldheimer announced that they had already begun early planning for Now You See Me 3. 87 On June 2, 2016, Eisenberg's play The Spoils began a run at London's Trafalgar Studios in the West End, with Scott Elliott returning to direct. 88 Eisenberg again played the lead role, along with Nayar and Sri Ram, while Zigen and Dark's characters were replaced by Alfie Allen and Katie Braben respectively. 89 In May 2016, Eisenberg teased that he would reprise his role of Lex Luthor in the Justice League film, 2017. 1991 An official press kit, released by Warner Bros. On December 22, 2016, confirmed the return. 92 He appeared as Luthor in the post-credits scene alongside Joe Manganiello as Slade Wilson/Deathstroke. Eisenberg joined Riley Stearns' dark comedy The Art of Self-Defense alongside Imogen Poots and Alessandro Nivola. 93-94 Principal photography began in Louisville, Kentucky, on September 11, 2017. 95 and the film had its world premiere in 2019. Eisenberg at the premiere of The Hummingbird Project at the 2018 Toronto International Film Festival. Eisenberg starred alongside Alexander Skarsgård in the role of an intermediary in the financial sector in Kim Nguyen's tech drama The Hummingbird Project that was released in 2018. 96 In the same year, he produced Jeremy Workman's documentary The World Before Your Feet, which follows a 37-year-old man named Matt Green who has walked over 9,000 miles on the streets of New York City. In an interview with Variety, Eisenberg talked about the film, stating, "It's this fantastic tour of New York City. But more than that, its central character has this unusual relationship to his environment. He's simultaneously a tourist and a philosopher." 97. The documentary premiered to critical acclaim at the 2018 South by Southwest Film Festival, where it was acquired by distributor Greenwich Entertainment. 98 It was released theatrically in November 2018. 99 and has an approval rating of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. 100 The same month he appeared in the Serbian TV series Zigasani Eureka 2 as the owner of an NBA club. 101. In 2019, Eisenberg starred in the sequel Zombieland, Double Tap, directed by Ruben Fleischer. 102 Writers of the first Zombieland, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, penned the script with David Callahan. 103 104 105 Eisenberg's new play Happy Talk had its world premiere in 2019, with production by the New Group, marking his second collaboration with the company. The production is about a suburban woman's efforts to take care of her family while starring in a community theater production of South Pacific. 106. Originally titled Yeah, Sister, the show was directed by Scott Elliott. 107. 2020, present, career expansion. Eisenberg portrayed Marcel Marceau in the 2020 film Resistance, written and directed by Jonathan Jacques, which focused on Marceau's part in the French resistance during World War II. He also reappeared as Luthor in the post-credits scene for Zack Snyder's Justice League alongside Manganiello. Eisenberg at the 2022 Cannes Film Festival. Eisenberg starred as Toby Fleischman in FX's limited series Fleischman is in Trouble opposite Lizzie Kaplan. Created by Taffy Brodesser-Akner, it is an adaptation of her New York Times best-selling debut novel of the same name. 108 The series premiered on FX on Hulu on November 17, 2022. 109 Eisenberg made his feature directorial debut in When You Finish Saving the World, which was adapted from his own original audiobook series. The film stars Julianne Moore and Finn Wolfhard and is produced by his Zombieland co-star, Stone. The film premiered at 2022 Sundance Film Festival and was released in cinemas on January 20, 2023. That same year he appeared as the main character, Ralphie, in the film Monodrome and received favorable reviews for his acting. 110-111. The following year, he directed and wrote the comedy drama A Real Pain, a film which he also acted in opposite Kieran Culkin. 112. It had its world premiere at the 2024 Sundance Film Festival where it received positive reviews. 113-114. Searchlight Pictures paid $10 million for the distribution rights. 115. He earned 2 Golden Globe nominations for Best Actor in a Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy and Best Screenplay, as well as a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. 116-117. Eisenberg's next project is a musical comedy film starring Julianne Moore and Paul Giamatti, which he will direct, write, and also contribute original music for. 118. Personal life. Eisenberg dated Anna Stroud from 2002 to 2012 after they met on the set of The Emperor's Club 119 where she worked as an assistant to Lisa Bruce. 120. He then dated Mia Wasikowska, his co-star in The Double, from 2013 to 2015. 121. He later resumed his relationship with Stroud 122 and they married in 2017. 123. Their son, Banner, was born in April 2017. 124. They divide their time between Bloomington, Indiana, his wife's hometown, and New York City. 125-126. He previously lived with his younger sister Hallie and her boyfriend, singer-songwriter Owen Danoff 127-128 until June 2016, when Hallie and Danoff moved to Nashville, Tennessee. 129. Eisenberg has played the drums since he was 8 years old. 36. His favorite band is Ween. 130. In 2007, Eisenberg started an online wordplay website with his cousin, a social design evangelist at Facebook, called One Up Me. They relaunched the site in 2010, instead exclusively formatted for Facebook users. 131-132. Despite portraying Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg in one of his most prominent film roles, Eisenberg does not use social media and said in 2016, "I'm terrified of that stuff. I live inside a bubble on purpose." 8. When asked if he used Facebook to prepare for his role as Zuckerberg, he said that he signed on for, 20 seconds one time. 8. Eisenberg is an alumnus of the Bloomington Playwrights Project 133 and has become deeply involved with the city of Bloomington, Indiana. He is a supporter of Indiana University Bloomington and has donated to and volunteered with Middle Way House, a domestic violence program that his mother-in-law led for 3 decades. 134-135. He is a fan of the Indiana Pacers basketball team. 136. For an article he wrote for In Style magazine, he played a game of one-on-one with Indiana University women's basketball player Tyra Buss. 137. He is also a longtime fan of the Indy Thunder Beat baseball team and its founder Darnell Booker. 138. Eisenberg has Polish-Jewish ancestry. 139-140. His family lived in Krasnosta until World War II, and his wife's family is from Lodz. 140. In May 2024, he revealed he had applied for Polish citizenship, reportedly to help create better relationships between Jews and Polish people. 139-140. The citizenship was granted on March 4, 2025, by the President of Poland Andrzej Duda in New York. 141-142. Charity work and other interests. Eisenberg at the 2023 Berlin Film Festival. Eisenberg collaborated with Child Mind Institute in their #MyYoungerSelf project. where each day in May a prominent individual will speak to his or her younger self about growing up with a mental health or learning disorder. In a video published on May 2nd, he spoke about his OCD and anxiety growing up. 143. Eisenberg is fond of cats and has been involved in fostering animals. 144. He has been associated with Farm Sanctuary and has presented at several of their galas. 145. In 2015 he stated, "I'm like 95% vegetarian." 146. During the 2014 Gaza War, Eisenberg visited Beit Lesson Theater in Tel Aviv for the premiere of a Hebrew adaptation of The Revisionist, going against advice from the U.S. State Department to not travel to the region and visiting cities in Israel such as Jerusalem and Haifa. 147. 148. In September 2015, Eisenberg announced that from November, he would match donations made to Middle Way House, a domestic violence shelter in Bloomington, Indiana, up to $100,000 until April 3, 2016. All contributions went toward the organization's mortgage payment fund that was matched by a committee, led by Eisenberg. 149. On the shelter, Eisenberg said, "It's an incredible collective. It's the kind of place where the residents go through their wonderful program and end up working there. It saved so many lives." 150. In an interview with Variety in March 2018, Eisenberg stated that he has raised almost $1 million for the shelter. 97. Eisenberg is a cast member with Theater of War, a performing arts nonprofit that presents readings of Sophocles' Ajax and philoctetes to military and civilian communities across the United States and Europe. 151. As an actor, sometimes you feel limited by the role you're in, stories without much meaning. Theater of War allows you do something that has more substance and benefits people. It's a greater purpose than just entertainment, Eisenberg said of the organization. 152. Eisenberg also works in performing for Voices of a People's History of the United States, which is an organization that works to encourage civic engagement and to further history education by bringing the rich history of the United States to life through public readings of primary source materials. 153. He read Howard Zinn's The Problem is Civil Obedience, 1970, for Voices of a People's History as part of NYU Portraits 2011 event. 154. Eisenberg is involved with Keep America Beautiful, which engages individuals to take greater responsibility for improving their community environments. 155. As well as Shoe Revolt, a hybrid startup company that auctions celeb shoes to raise funds to deploy a social franchising model which aims to educate, engage, and empower youth to take the lead in the fight against domestic sex trafficking through peer-to-peer involvement, training, activism and social enterprise development. 156. On September 12, 2016, Eisenberg, Kate Blanchett, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Peter Capaldi, Douglas Booth, Neil Gaiman, Keira Knightley, Juliette Stevenson, Kit Harington, and Stanley Tucci were featured in a video from the United Nations Refugee Agency UNRWA to help raise awareness about the global refugee crisis. The video, titled What They Took With Them, has the actors reading a poem, written by Jennifer Toxvig and inspired by primary accounts of refugees, and is part of UNRWA's #WithRefugees campaign, which also includes a petition to governments to expand asylum to provide further shelter, integrating job opportunities and education. 157. 158. Eisenberg participated in the inaugural The 24-Hour Musicals, Los Angeles on July 17, 2017, at the United Artists Theater, Ace Hotel. 159. 160. He composed the music and co-wrote, alongside his writing partner, Elizabeth Merriweather, Shoshana and Her Lovers, a musical about 4 lesbian sisters. The event proceeds went to the Dramatists Legal Defense Fund, a non-profit arm of the Dramatists Guild of America which advocates for the freedom of expression and advocates on behalf of all who are confronting censorship on stages across America. 161. He previously acted in 24-hour plays, on Broadway 2011 and 2015, both times for New York's Urban Arts Partnership. 162. He was a special guest at the 2011 Urban Arts Partnership Prom and was an honorary chair on the organization's 25th Anniversary Gala Benefit Committee. 163. 164. On March 29, Urban Arts Partnership announced Eisenberg as a special guest for its 2018 Gala Amplified, dedicated to New Yorkers fighting inequality in public education. 165. Eisenberg was among a small group of actors and musicians who performed at the People's Summit 2017 in June, a three-day conference of 4,000 left-wing activists and progressive political groups, as part of an adaptation of Howard Zinn's Voices of a People's History of the United States. The production, titled The People Speak, was performed after Senator Bernie Sanders' keynote address. Eisenberg was cast by his brother-in-law Anthony Arnove, who, along with Zinn, edited Voices of a People's History of the United States. 166. Eisenberg spoke at a rally in support of Democratic Illinois gubernatorial candidate Daniel Biss on March 10, 2018, as well as at a meet and greet hosted by Reclaim Chicago and University of Chicago Student Action the day before, alongside State Representative Will Guzzardi. 167. He filmed two videos for the campaign, one for Biss's Facebook account and one for the Biss for Illinois YouTube platform. 168. 169. Acting credits and awards. Main articles, works by Jesse Eisenberg and list of awards and nominations received by Jesse Eisenberg. According to the review aggregator site Rotten Tomatoes, Eisenberg's most critically acclaimed films are Roger Dodger, 2002, The Squid and the Whale, 2005, Adventureland, 2009, Zombieland, 2009, The Social Network, 2010, The End of the Tour, 2015, Wild Indian, 2021, and A Real Pain, 2024. 170. Eisenberg has been recognized by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences for the following: 83rd Academy Awards, Best Actor, nomination, for The Social Network, 2010. 97th Academy Awards, Best Original Screenplay, nomination, for A Real Pain, 2024, Woodrow Tracy Harrelson, born July 23, 1961, is an American actor. He first became known for his role as bartender Woody Boyd on the NBC sitcom Cheers, 1985 to 1993, for which he won a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series from 5 nominations. Harrelson received 3 Academy Award nominations: Best Actor for The People vs. Larry Flynt, 1996, and Best Supporting Actor for The Messenger, 2009, and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, 2017. Other notable films include White Men Can't Jump, 1992, Natural Born Killers, 1994, The Thin Red Line, 1998, No Country for Old Men, 2007, 7 Pounds, 2008, Zombieland, 2009, 2012, 2009, 7 Psychopaths, 2012, The Edge of 17, 2016, War for the Planet of the Apes, 2017, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, 2021, Triangle of Sadness, 2022, and Suncoast, 2024. He also played Hamish Abernathy in the Hunger Games film series, 2012 to 2015, Chase McKinney / Merritt McKinney in the Now You See Me film series, 2013, and Tobias Beckett in Solo, A Star Wars Story, 2018. Harrelson received further Primetime Emmy Award nominations for his portrayal of Steve Schmidt in the HBO film Game Change, 2012, and Detective Marty Hart in the HBO crime anthology series True Detective, 2014. He also portrayed E. Howard Hunt in the HBO political limited series White House Plumbers, 2023. Early life and education. Woodrow Tracy Harrelson I was born on July 23, 1961, in Midland, Texas, to Secretary Diane Lew and convicted hitman Charles Voidy Harrelson. He was raised in a Presbyterian household alongside his two brothers, Jordan and Brett, the latter of whom also became an actor. Their father received a life sentence for the 1979 killing of federal judge John H. Wood, Jr. Harrelson has stated he had little contact with his father during childhood. Charles died in the United States Penitentiary, Administrative Maximum Facility on March 15, 2007. 4. Harrelson's family was poor and relied on his mother's wages. 3. He attended the Briarwood School in Houston, Texas. 5. In 1973, he moved to his mother's native city of Lebanon, Ohio. 6. Where he attended Lebanon High School, from which he graduated in 1979. 7. Harrelson attended Hanover College in Hanover, Indiana, where he studied theater and English. 8. 9. While there, he was a member of the Sigma Chi fraternity and became friends with former Vice President Mike Pence. 9. He graduated in 1983. 9. Career. Main article, Woody Harrelson filmography. 1985 to 1993, Cheers and early film roles. Harrelson is widely known for his work on the NBC sitcom Cheers. He played bartender Woody Boyd, joining the cast in 1985 in season 4, spending the final 8 seasons, 1985 to 1993, on the show. For this role, Harrelson was nominated for 5 Emmy Awards, 10 winning once in 1989. Harrelson at the 1988 Emmy Awards. While still working on Cheers, Harrelson restarted his film career. His first movie had been Wildcats, a 1986 football comedy with Goldie Hawn. He followed his performance in Wildcats with the 1990 romantic comedy Cool Blue, alongside Hank Azaria. He reunited with Wesley Snipes, who also had debuted in Wildcats, in the box office hit White Men Can't Jump, 1992, and the action movie Money Train, 1995. In 1993, Harrelson starred opposite Robert Redford and Demi Moore in the drama Indecent Proposal, which was a box office success, earning a worldwide total of over $265 million. 11. He then played Mickey Knox in Oliver Stone's Natural Born Killers and Dr. Michael Reynolds in the Michael Cimino film The Sun Chaser. 1994 to 2011, established actor. In 2003, he co-starred as Galaxia/Gary in the comedy film Anger Management. He appeared in the action film After the Sunset and the Spike Lee film She Hate Me. In 2005, Harrelson was in The Big White and North Country. Also in 2005 he appeared as Kelly Ryan, husband of a contest-obsessed woman in the film The Prize Winner of Defiance, Ohio. In the winter of 2005 to 2006 Harrelson returned to London's West End, starring in Tennessee Williams' Night of the Iguana at the Lyric Theatre. Harrelson directed Bullet for Adolph, a play he wrote with Frankie Hyman, at the esteemed Hart House Theatre in Toronto, Ontario, which ran from April 21 to May 7, 2011. Bullet for Adolph opened off-Broadway, New World Stages, with previews beginning July 19, 2012, and closed on September 30, 2012, canceling its announced extension through October 21. 12. The play was panned by New York critics. 13. Harrelson made 2 films in 2006, the animated film version of Free Jimmy and also A Scanner Darkly, the latter being written and directed by Richard Linklater. Harrelson in April 2007. In June 6, 2010, Harrelson took part playing in Soccer Aid 2010 for UNICEF UK at Old Trafford in Manchester. The match was broadcast live on UK's ITV television. After being brought on as a substitute for Gordon Ramsay, Harrelson took the final penalty in the penalty shootout, following a 2-2 draw after 91.2 minutes. Citation needed. Despite being initially unaware of exactly from where his kick had to be taken, Harrelson scored to win the game for the rest of the world team, beating England for the first time since the tournament began. When later interviewed, he claimed that he didn't even remember the moment of scoring. In 2011, he starred as Tommy in the movie Friends with Benefits. Harrelson narrated the 2011 film Ethos, which explores the idea of a self-destructing modern society, governed by unequal power and failed democratic ideals. Harrelson also took part in Soccer Aid 2012 on May 27, 2012. The match ended 3-1 in favor of England. 14. 2012, present, career expansion and acclaim. He played Hamish Abernathy in 2012's The Hunger Games, and reprised the role in all 3 subsequent films in the series, which ended in 2015. In 2012, he had a leading role in the acclaimed HBO television film Game Change as Republican strategist Steve Schmidt working for the 2008 presidential campaign for John McCain and Sarah Palin. Harrelson acted alongside Julianne Moore, Sarah Paulson, and Ed Harris. The film was directed by Jay Roach and written by Danny Strong. For his performance he was nominated for numerous accolades, including the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited or Anthology Series or Movie, the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, Miniseries or Television Film, and the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Miniseries or Television Movie. On February 3, 2012, he participated in an Ask Me Anything session 15 on the website Reddit. 16. The AMA turned into a PR disaster when Harrelson failed to make meaningful responses to any questions and soon specifically refused to respond to anything not directly related to the then upcoming worldwide release of the crime drama Rampart, 2011, in which he starred and received a nomination for the Independent Spirit Award for Best Male Lead. 17. 18-19. Harrelson at the Lyndon Baines Johnson Library and Museum in 2016. Harrelson returned to television in 2014, starring along with Matthew McConaughey in the first season of the HBO crime series True Detective, where he played Marty Hart, a Louisiana cop investigating murders that took place over a time span of 17 years. He and McConaughey received nominations for the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series, losing to Bryan Cranston for the final season of Breaking Bad. In 2015, Woody Harrelson and daughter Zoe starred in a 7-minute short film for U2's Song for Someone. 20. In 2016, Harrelson announced that he would direct, write, produce, and star in a film, Lost in London, which was shot as a single take and premiered live on January 19, 2017. 21. Harrelson played Police Chief Bill Willoughby in the black comedy crime film 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, released in 2017, for which he received nominations for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor and a Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role. In 2017, he played the antagonist the Colonel in the science fiction film War for the Planet of the Apes. 22. Also that year, he starred in comedic drama film The Glass Castle, an adaptation of Jeanette Wals's memoir. 23. In 2018, Harrelson played Tobias Beckett, a criminal, and Han Solo's mentor in Lucasfilm's Solo, a Star Wars story. 24. 25. 26. In 2018, Harrelson appeared in a cameo at the end of the film Venom, portraying Cletus Kasady, and he reprised the role as the main antagonist, also voicing Carnage in the 2021 sequel Venom, Let There Be Carnage. In 2019, he starred with Kevin Costner in The Highwayman. In November 2019, he starred in Roland Emmerich's blockbuster movie Midway, playing Admiral Chester Nimitz. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. The same year he reprised his role of Tallahassee in Zombieland 2, Double Tap, 2019. Starting in 2019, Harrelson made numerous appearances portraying Joe Biden on Saturday Night Live, before being replaced by Jim Carrey. 33. In March 2021, he is set to portray Felix Kirsten in The Man with the Miraculous Hands, the feature film adaptation of Joseph Kessel's 1960 novel of the same title. 34. Harrelson starred in the HBO political limited series White House Plumbers, 2023, where he portrayed intelligence officer E. Howard Hunt. The series is focused on the Watergate scandal and investigation. Harrelson also executive produced the series. 35. Also in 2023, he starred in Champions, as a disgraced coach coerced to head up a Special Olympics basketball team, featuring many actors with special needs. Personal life. Harrelson in 2004. In 1985, Harrelson married Nancy Simon, daughter of playwright Neil Simon, in Tijuana, Mexico. The union was not intended to be serious, and the two had planned to divorce the following day, but the storefront marriage/divorce parlor was closed when they returned to it, and they remained married for another 10 months. 36. In 2008, he married Laura Louie, a co-founder of the organic food delivery service Yoganix. 37. They met in 1987 when she worked as his personal assistant. 38. They reside in Maui, Hawaii, and have 3 daughters, born in 1993, 1996, and 2006. 39. Harrelson was awarded an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters, DHL, from Hanover College in 2014. 40. Harrelson is a fan of chess. In November 2018, he attended the first game of the World Chess Championship in London, played between Norwegian champion Magnus Carlsen and American contender Fabiano Caruana. He made the ceremonial first move for the game. 41. He had also played the ceremonial first move for the previous World Chess Championship, held in New York City in 2016. 42. In 1999 in Prague, Woody Harrelson, playing white, employed the Parham attack, named after Bernard Parham, to draw world chess champion Garry Kasparov. However, Harrelson was aided by several chess grandmasters who were in Prague to spectate the chess match between GM Alexei Shirov and GM Judith Polgar. 43. In 2020, Harrelson was seen practicing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu while filming, having received the first stripe on his white belt. 44. Harrelson is a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. 45. In 2023, Harrelson's longtime friend and True Detective co-star/co-executive producer Matthew McConaughey stated that he and Harrelson could potentially be half-brothers. McConaughey's mother claimed to have been intimate with Harrelson's father, Charles Harrelson, around the time of McConaughey's conception. 46. Lifestyle and views. Harrelson follows a raw vegan diet. 47. 48. Along with not eating meat or dairy, Harrelson does not eat sugar or flour. 47. In Zombieland, in which he plays a character with an affinity for Twinkies, the Twinkies were replaced with vegan faux Twinkies made from cornmeal. 49. He appeared on a postage stamp, as a photo stamp, in 2011 as one of PETA's 20 famous vegetarians 50, and he was named PETA's sexiest vegetarian in 2012, along with Jessica Chastain. 51. Harrelson was a religious Presbyterian as a child, and studied theology during college. 52. Harrelson told Playboy in October 2009, "I was getting into theology and studying the roots of the Bible, but then I started to discover the man-made nature of it. I started seeing things that made me ask, is God really speaking through this instrument? My eyes opened to the reality of the Bible being just a document to control people." 53. He describes himself as having a strong spiritual life. 54. In April 2020, Harrelson made a post on Instagram promoting the conspiracy theory that claims a link between 5G networks and COVID-19, which was later deleted. 55. In May 2022, Harrelson said he doesn't believe in the germ theory and found the use of face masks as a preventative measure against COVID-19 to be absurd, adding, "I'm sick of you're wearing a mask, and you think it contains your breath, but if it did, you'd die. You'd be breathing in your own carbon monoxide. 56. Legal issues. On June 1, 1996, Harrelson was arrested in Lee County, Kentucky, after symbolically planting 4 hemp seeds to challenge the state law that did not distinguish between industrial hemp and marijuana. Harrelson had arrived in the county with his attorney, former Kentucky Governor Louis B. Nunn, an agent, and a camera crew from CNN. While at a local hotel, Harrelson phoned the county sheriff, Junior Kilburn, to advise him of his intentions. Kilburn and Deputy Sheriff Danny Townsend arrived at the location where Harrelson informed them he would be. With the cameras rolling, Harrelson planted the hemp seeds into the ground. Once planted, Kilburn placed Harrelson under arrest for cultivating marijuana and booked him into the county jail. He was released on $200 bail the same day. He later signed autographs and posed for photos with deputies. He was acquitted of those charges with the help of Nunn after just 25 minutes. 57. The events were featured in the 2010 Michael P. Henning documentary film Hempsters, Plant the Seed. 58. In 2002, Harrelson was arrested in London after an incident in a taxi that ended in a police chase. Harrelson was taken to a London police station and later released on bail. 59. The case was later dismissed after Harrelson paid the taxi driver involved in the incident £550, $844. 60. This became the inspiration for his 2017 live-streamed film Lost in London. 61. In 2008, TMZ photographer Josh Levine filed a lawsuit against Harrelson for an alleged attack outside a Hollywood nightclub in 2006. A video of the incident appeared to show Harrelson grabbing a camera and clashing with the photographer. Los Angeles prosecutors declined to press charges against the actor, but Levine filed a suit that summer asking for $2.5 million in damages. 62. The case was dismissed in April 2010. 63. Other ventures. Business. On May 13, 2022, Harrelson opened the Woods WeHo, a cannabis dispensary off Santa Monica Boulevard in Los Angeles, California. 64. 65. 66. In September of 2023, Harrelson announced the launch of his co-founded The Holistic Spirits Company, a plant-based spirits brand based in Utah. 67. 68. Activism. Harrelson is an enthusiast and supporter of the legalization of marijuana and hemp. 69. 70. He was a guest on Ziggy Marley's track Wild and Free, a song advocating the growing of cannabis. Since 2003, Harrelson has served as a member on Normel's advisory board. 71. Harrelson has attended environmental events such as the Picnic 07 festival that was held in Amsterdam in September 2007. 72. Picnic describes its annual festival as 3 intensive days when we mix creativity, science, technology, media, and business to explore new solutions in the spirit of co-creation. 73. He once scaled the Golden Gate Bridge with members of North Coast Earth First Group to unfurl a banner that read, "Hurwitz, aren't ancient redwoods more precious than gold?" In protest of Maxim Inc. CEO Charles Hurwitz, who once stated, "He who has the gold, makes the rules." 74. Harrelson once traveled to the West Coast in the US on a bike and a Domino caravan with a hemp oil-fueled biodiesel bus with the Spitfire Agency, the subject of the independent documentary Go Further, and narrated the 1999 documentary Grass. He briefly owned an oxygen bar in West Hollywood called O2. Citation needed. 75. Harrelson has spoken publicly against the 2003 invasion of Iraq as well as previously protesting against the First Gulf War, both at UCLA as well as during a college concert tour in Iowa and Nebraska in 1991 under the auspices of Woody Harrelson Educational Tours. In October 2009, he was given an honorary degree by York University for his contributions in the fields of environmental education, sustainability, and activism. 76. In June 2010, Harrelson took part in Soccer Aid at Old Trafford in Manchester to raise money for UNICEF. 77 Harrelson played the last 15 minutes and scored the winning goal in the penalty shootout following a 2-2 draw during normal time. 77 He played in the UNICEF game 2012, playing the last 10 minutes of the game for the rest of the world team, losing 3-1 to England. Politics. Harrelson describes himself as an anarchist. 78 In a conversation with Howard Zinn, Harrelson stated that he considers Zinn to be a personal hero of his. 79 In 2002, Harrelson wrote an article in the British newspaper The Guardian condemning President George W. Bush's preparation for a U.S. invasion of Iraq as a racist and imperialist war. 80 He also stated that he was against the U.S.'s previous war in Iraq and President Bill Clinton's sanctions against Iraq. In 2013, Harrelson condemned President Barack Obama for failing to withdraw U.S. troops from Afghanistan, negatively comparing him to Richard Nixon. 81. In 2023, he appeared to endorse Robert F. Kennedy Jr. 82 In May 2024, Kennedy's campaign released a short documentary on the life and career of Robert F. Kennedy Jr., narrated by Harrelson. 83. Filmography and awards. Main articles: Woody Harrelson filmography and list of awards and nominations received by Woody Harrelson. With a career portfolio of filmography and other performances spanning a variety of genres, Harrelson is known for his roles both in front of and behind the camera on several projects. His acting credits have earned him global recognition, having garnered him nominations for 7 Primetime Emmy Awards, 3 Academy Awards, a BAFTA Award, 4 Golden Globe Awards, and 7 Screen Actors Guild Awards. His Oscar nominations include a Best Actor nod for his role as Larry Flynt in the 1996 biographical drama The People vs. Larry Flynt, and Best Supporting Actor for his portrayals of a Gulf War veteran and a police chief in 2009's The Messenger and 2017's 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, respectively. On television, his breakthrough role as bartender Woody Boyd earned him 5 Emmy nominations in the category of Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, with 1 win. Harrelson later returned to the small screen with roles in the comedy series Frasier and the 2012 television film Game Change, for which he received 2 more Emmy nominations, for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series and Outstanding Lead Actor in a Miniseries or Movie, respectively. Aside from his numerous successes in the industry, other credits include North Country, 2005, No Country for Old Men, 2007, 2012, Zombieland, both 2009, Now You See Me, 2013, and its 2016 sequel, The Hunger Games film series, 2012 to 2015, The Edge of 17, LBJ, both 2016, The Glass Castle, 2017, and Kate, 2021. Harrelson has also starred in critically panned films, with his role in 1993's Indecent Proposal winning him the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Supporting Actor in 1994. In 2023, Harrelson was nominated for an Offies Award for his performance in Ulster American, receiving recognition in the Best Lead Performer category. David John Franco, born June 12, 1985, is an American actor and filmmaker. He began his career with small roles in films such as Superbad, 2007, and Charlie St. Cloud, 2010. Following a starring role in the 9th season of the comedy series Scrubs, 2009 to 2010, Franco had his film breakthrough with a supporting role in the buddy comedy film 21 Jump Street, 2012. Franco has also starred in Fright Night, 2011, Now You See Me, 2013, and its sequels Now You See Me 2, 2016, and Now You See Me, Now You Don't, 2025, Neighbors, 2014, and its sequel Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising, 2016, Nerve, 2016, The Disaster Artist, 2017, and Day Shift, 2022. In 2020, he made his directorial debut with The Rental, starring his wife Alison Brie. The pair also starred together in Together, 2025. Early life and education. David John Franco citation needed was born in Palo Alto, California. Citation needed to Betsy Lou, née Verne, born 1947, a poet, children's book author too and editor, and Douglas Eugene Franco, 1948 to 2011, who ran a non-profit agency and a business 234. The two met as students at Stanford University. 567 Franco's father was of Portuguese, from Madeira, and Swedish descent. 8 Franco's mother is Jewish, of Russian Jewish descent. 9 Her parents had changed the surname from Virovitz to Verne. Franco's paternal grandmother, Marjorie Peterson Franco, is an author of young adult books. 10-11 Franco's maternal grandmother, Mitzi Levine Verne, owned the Verne Art Gallery, a prominent art gallery in Cleveland, and was an active member in the National Council of Jewish Women. 12-13-14 Franco grew up in California with his 2 older brothers, James and Tom, both of whom are also actors. 15. Franco studied at the University of Southern California, and originally envisioned himself as a high school teacher teaching creative writing, until his sophomore year, when his brother James's manager guided him to a theater class, and he began to take an interest in acting. 16 Franco first became interested in filmmaking while working at a video rental store when he was 14. He was paid in free movie rentals, as he was under the legal working age. 17. Career. 2000s. In 2006, Franco made his acting debut on the CW drama television series Seventh Heaven. He subsequently appeared in television shows such as Do Not Disturb and Young Justice. Franco also had noticeable roles in films, including Superbad and The Shortcut. In May 2008, he was cast in a major recurring role in the CW teen drama television series Privileged. 18 The series premiered on September 9, 2008, to 3.1 million viewers. Ratings continued to slip each week, with the series' 6th episode reaching 1.837 million viewers. The CW did not renew the series for a second season due to low ratings. 1920. In August 2009, Variety announced Franco had been cast in a regular role for the 9th season of the ABC sitcom Scrubs. Portraying the role of Cole Aronson, Franco went on to appear in all 13 episodes of the 9th season and received praise from critics for his performance. However, the 9th was the final season of the series. 21. 2010s. Franco at an LG Electronics event in 2013. MTV Network's NextMovie.com named Franco one of its breakout stars to watch for in 2011. 22 In August of 2011, Franco starred in the horror comedy film Fright Night alongside Colin Farrell and Toni Collette, a remake of the 1985 film of the same name which received positive reviews from critics and went on to make over $41 million worldwide. In April 2012, Shalom Life ranked him and his brother James at number 2 on its list of the 50 most talented, intelligent, funny, and gorgeous Jewish men in the world. 23 In March 2012, Franco starred in the Columbia Pictures action comedy film 21 Jump Street based on the 1987 television series of the same name. In 2013, he co-starred in the zombie romance film Warm Bodies, an adaptation of the best-selling novel of the same name. 24 The same year, Franco appeared in the ensemble crime thriller film Now You See Me. 25. Franco's 2014 roles included the Seth Rogen comedy Neighbors and a cameo appearance in 22 Jump Street. 26-27 For the former, Franco won an MTV Movie Award for Best On-Screen Duo, alongside Zac Efron. A pre-planned skit performed during their acceptance speech, involving both of them dressed as Robert De Niro characters and squeezing each other's crotches, sparked media backlash. 28, 29, 30. In 2015, he co-starred with Vince Vaughn and Tom Wilkinson in the comedy Unfinished Business. 31. In 2016, he reprised prior roles in the sequels Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising, as Pete, and Now You See Me Too, as Jack Wilder. 32, 33. The following year, Franco appeared in the well-received comedy The Little Hours, and the acclaimed biographical comedy drama, The Disaster Artist, which was directed by James Franco. In 2018, Franco starred in the addiction drama Six Balloons opposite Abby Jacobson, for Netflix. 34. Franco then had a small role in If Beale Street Could Talk, directed by Barry Jenkins. 35. In 2019, a film that had been shot in 2014 was released, titled Zeroville. Franco portrayed the role of actor Montgomery Clift. 36. He next featured in the action thriller Six Underground, directed by Michael Bay. 37. 2020s. In 2020, Franco made his directorial debut on the horror thriller The Rental, from a screenplay he wrote alongside Joe Swanberg. 38. It was released on July 24, 2020. 39. In 2022, Franco featured in the main cast of the Apple TV Plus mystery comedy series The After Party. 40. The supernatural body horror film Together, which premiered at the 2025 Sundance Film Festival, featured Franco and his wife, Alison Brie, in the leading roles. 41. Personal life. Franco with his wife Alison Brie in 2023. Franco began dating actress Alison Brie in 2012. In August 2015, the couple was engaged. 42-43. On March 13, 2017, representatives for the couple confirmed that they had married in a private ceremony. 44-45-46. Franco is Jewish. Isla Lang Fisher, / born February 3, 1976, is an Australian actress. Born in Muscat, Oman to Scottish parents with whom she moved to Australia during her childhood, she began appearing in television commercials and came to prominence for her portrayal of Shannon Reed on the Australian soap opera Home and Away, 1994 to 1997, for which she received 2 Logie Award nominations. Citation needed. Fisher moved to Hollywood with a supporting role in the comedy horror film Scooby-Doo, 2002, and has since starred in films such as Wedding Crashers, 2005, Wedding Days, 2006, Confessions of a Shopaholic, 2009, Bachelorette, 2012, The Great Gatsby, 2013, Now You See Me, 2013, and Nocturnal Animals, 2016. Her other credits include I Heart Huckabees, 2004, Definitely, Maybe, 2008, Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, Tag, 2018, and The Beach Bum, 2019, in addition to voice roles in animated films such as Horton Hears a Who. 2008, Rango, 2011, Rise of the Guardians, 2012, Back to the Outback, 2021, and Dog Man, 2025. Fisher had a recurring role on the 4th and 5th seasons of the sitcom Arrested Development, 2013 to 2019, and has starred in the comedy drama series Wolf Like Me since 2022. She has authored 2 young adult novels and the Marge in Charge book series. From 2010 to 2025, she was married to English comedian Sacha Baron Cohen, with whom she has 3 children. 1. Early life. Isla Lang Fisher was born in Muscat, Oman, on 3 February 1976 to 3, the daughter of Scottish parents Elspeth Reed and Brian Fisher. 4-5 at the time, her father was working there as a banker for the United Nations. 6 Fisher and her family returned to their hometown of Bathgate, Scotland, then moved to Australia when she was 6 years old and settled in Perth. 7 She has 4 brothers and said that she had a great upbringing in Perth with a very outdoorsy life. 8. She has stated that her sensibility is Australian, she has a laid-back attitude to life, and that she feels very Australian. 9. Her parents later separated, her mother and brothers now live in Athens, Greece, while her father lived in Frankfurt, Germany. 9. He died in January 2023. 10. Fisher attended Swanbourne Primary School and Methodist Ladies College in Perth. She appeared in lead roles in school productions such as Little Shop of Horrors. At the age of 21, she attended École Internationale de Théâtre Jacques Lecoq in Paris, where she studied clown, mime, musical theater, and commedia dell'arte. 11. Career. 1985 to 2001, early acting credits. Fisher made her first on-screen appearances in commercials on Australian television at the age of 9, and made her professional acting debut in 1993 with 2 guest starring roles in the children's television shows Bay City and Paradise Beach. At 18, with her mother's help, she published 2 teen novels, Bewitched and Seduced by Fame. 12. In a 2005 interview with Sunday Mirror, she said that had she not been successful as an actress, she would probably have been a full-time writer. 13. Between 1994 and 1997, Fisher played Shannon Reed, a young woman who develops anorexia, on the Australian soap opera Home and Away. In a 1996 interview with the Sun Herald, she spoke of her success and experiences on the show. I would be stupid to let it go to my head because it could all end tomorrow and I would just fade back into obscurity. I like working on Home and Away, but it's a heavy workload, so I get stressed out a lot. We work about 15 hours a day, including the time it takes to learn lines. I know a lot of people work those sort of hours, but I think we really feel it because most of us are young and fairly inexperienced. But I am very grateful because it is good experience. It's like an apprenticeship, but we do it in front of 20 million people, so all our mistakes are up for the world to see. 14. For her performance in the series, Fisher received nominations for Most Popular New Talent at the 1995 Logie Awards 15 and for Most Popular Actress at the 1997 ceremony. 16. After leaving the soap, Fisher enrolled at École Internationale de Théâtre Jacques Lecoq, a theater and arts training school in Paris, and went on to appear in pantomime in the United Kingdom. 17-18. She also toured with Darren Day in the musical Summer Holiday, appeared in the London theatre production of Cosi 19 and played an ill-fated member of an elite group of international students in the German slasher film Swimming Pool, 2001. 20. 2002 to 2004, moved to Hollywood. Fisher transitioned to Hollywood in 2002, with the part of the love interest of cowardly slacker Shaggy Rogers in the live-action film Scooby-Doo. Although Scooby-Doo received negative reviews, the film was a commercial success, grossing $275.7 million worldwide. 21. On that early stage in her career, Fisher remarked, "I only came out on the back of the movie for the premiere of Scooby-Doo. And then, I ended up getting representation and ended up getting a job, almost straight away. So, I was fortunate, in that I didn't have to come out to LA and join a queue of however many people, and try to get work. I came in on the back of what was deemed as a big studio movie that had had extraordinary success." 22. She subsequently played supporting roles in the independent film Dallas 362, 2003, and the Australian comedy The Wannabes, also 2003. In his review for the latter, David Rooney of Variety felt that Fisher adds easy charm and a thinly developed hint of romantic interest, in what he summed as an uneven but endearing farce about breaking into showbiz. 23. In the comedy I Heart Huckabees, 2004, directed by David O. Russell, she played what was described as a punchy little part, by newspaper The Age. 24. 2005 to 2009, Breakthrough. Fisher at the 66th Golden Globe Awards, 2009. Fisher's breakthrough came with the comedy Wedding Crashers, 2005, opposite Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson 25 taking on the role of the seemingly sexually aggressive and precocious younger daughter of a politician falling in love with an irresponsible wedding crasher. On her part in the film, she remarked, "It was an interesting character to play, because she was so crazy and lacking in any kind of social etiquette. She doesn't care what anyone thinks." For one particular scene, involving sexual content, she used a body double. "I negotiated that from the beginning, trying to analyze why. I find pornographic violence just gratuitous and unnecessary than nudity, because there's nothing more peaceful and beautiful." 26 The film was favorably received by critics and made $285.1 million worldwide. 27 Empire magazine found Fisher to be an unexpected, scene-stealing joy. 28 and her performance earned her the Best Breakthrough Performance Award at the 2006 MTV Movie Awards and 2 Teen Choice Awards nominations. Fisher appeared as a Manhattan Party host in the independent drama London, 2005, opposite Jessica Biel, Chris Evans, and Jason Statham. She next starred in the romantic comedy Wedding Days, 2006, with Jason Biggs, playing a dissatisfied waitress who spontaneously gets engaged to a grieving young man. While Wedding Days opened in second place on its UK opening weekend 29, the film received mediocre reviews from critics. 30 Nevertheless, real film reviews found the film to be an irreverent, sporadically hilarious romantic comedy that boasts fantastic performances from stars Jason Biggs and Isla Fisher. 31 In the thriller The Lookout, 2007, opposite Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Matthew Good, Fisher played a woman used by a gang leader to seduce a man with lasting mental impairments. Describing on how she took her character, she said, "It was one of those situations where I read the script and thought, this is the take. I don't want to play the cliché femme fatale. I don't want to come in and be the woman with the sexual appetite, who wants to take down this man. I want to come in and make her this big beating heart, and innocent a woman who has no identity, who knows the man she's with, who doesn't have an agenda. Because every character in the script has an agenda. I thought how interesting if my character doesn't have one, if she's a victim of her own kindness. So, that was my starting point." 22. While The Lookout received a limited release, the film was favorably received. 32 The comedy Hot Rod, also 2007, with Andy Samberg, saw Fisher star as the college graduate neighbor on whom an amateur stuntman has a crush. Fisher appeared in a deleted scene from The Simpsons movie, where she and Erin Brockovich played consultants. Fisher played a copy girl who becomes romantically involved with an ambitious political consultant in the romantic comedy Definitely, Maybe, 2008, with Ryan Reynolds, Elizabeth Banks, Rachel Weisz, and Abigail Breslin. 8 reviewers felt the film was a refreshing entry into the romantic comedy genre. 33 and The New Yorker wrote that the interest lies in the female characters, concluding, Isla Fisher, short, with thick auburn hair, is a changeable free spirit who keeps the male lead, and maybe herself off balance. 34 budgeted at $7 million, Definitely, Maybe was a commercial success, grossing $55.4 million worldwide. 35 Fisher also voiced a professor in A City of Microscopic Creatures in the animated comedy film Horton Hears a Who. 2008, featuring Jim Carrey, Steve Carell, Will Arnett, among others. 36. Fisher obtained her first leading film role in the comedy Confessions of a Shopaholic, 2009, where she played a college graduate who works as a financial journalist in New York City to support her shopping addiction. She felt apprehensive as she took on her first star vehicle, stating, "I was gobsmacked that anyone would give me my own movie. I am eternally bewildered. Every time I see producer Jerry Bruckheimer, I want to shake him and say, 'Are you mad? Why would you put me on a poster?'" 37 Upon its release, the film received lukewarm reviews from critics. While Time Out described her as silly and adorable, the Christian Science Monitor remarked, Isla Fisher is such a bundle of comic energy that watching her spin her wheels in the aggressively unfunny confessions of a shopaholic counts as cruel and unusual punishment for her as well as for us. 38 Despite the critical response, the film was a commercial success. It opened with $15 million on its North America opening weekend and went on to gross $108.3 million worldwide. 39 Fisher received her 13th Choice Award nomination. 40. 2010 to 2013, mainstream recognition. In the British black comedy Burke and Hare, 2010, loosely based on the Burke and Hare murders, Fisher starred opposite Simon Pegg and Andy Serkis as a young former prostitute and the love interest of one of the titular characters. 41 The film found a limited audience in theaters. 42 And Variety wrote that Pegg and Fisher, just about holding up their end of the bargain by delivering the film's portion of sweet romance, are hardly given anything funny to say, as part of an overall mixed reception. 43 Fisher voiced a hot-tempered but good-hearted desert iguana befriending an eccentric chameleon in the 3D animated Western action comedy Rango, 2011, featuring Johnny Depp, Abigail Breslin, and Bill Nighy. 44 The film received positive reviews and made $245.7 million worldwide. 45 For her role, Fisher won the Alliance of Women Film Journalists Award for Best Animated Female. 46. Fisher at the premiere of The Dictator in London, May 2012. Fisher starred in the comedy Bachelorette, 2012, opposite Kirsten Dunst, Lizzie Kaplan, and Rebel Wilson, portraying a ditzy party girl and one-third of a trio of troubled women who reunite for the wedding of a friend who was ridiculed in high school. In its review for the film, Daily Telegraph found Fisher to be brilliantly slow as a hot mess whose main ambition is to get coked out of her skull. 47 Budgeted at $3 million, Bachelorette was a commercial success. It grossed $11.9 million in theaters worldwide and more than $8 million on VOD. 48-49 In another voiceover role, Fisher voiced the Tooth Fairy in what she summed up as an animated Avengers, 50 The film Rise of the Guardians, also 2012, which earned her an Alliance of Women Film Journalists Award nomination for Best Animated Female. Citation needed. Fisher found mainstream recognition in 2013, with roles in two highly successful films, The Great Gatsby and Now You See Me. 51 The Great Gatsby, an adaptation of F. Scott Fitzgerald's 1925 novel, directed by Baz Luhrmann, and opposite Leonardo DiCaprio, Carey Mulligan, and Tobey Maguire, saw her portray an ambitious social climber and the mistress of an upper-class socialite. Fisher described as surreal the experience to work for Luhrmann. "He's my dream director. I've only ever had a short list of people I've wanted to work with, and he was at the top of it. I honestly couldn't stop smiling the whole time." 50 While reviewers described her role as brief. 52-53 The film made $353.6 million worldwide. 54 Fisher garnered nominations for the Best Supporting Actress Award from the IACTA Awards, the Australian Film Critics Association and the Film Critics Circle of Australia Awards. 55 Fisher took on a larger role as an escapist and stage magician in the heist thriller Now You See Me, with Jesse Eisenberg, Mark Ruffalo, Woody Harrelson, Melanie Laurent, and Morgan Freeman. The Hollywood Reporter felt that Fisher's portrayal was loaded with chutzpah, 56 and IndieWire remarked in its review for the film, while Fisher and Laurent bring their charm, they still don't quite flesh out underwritten parts. 57 Like The Great Gatsby, Now You See Me grossed more than $350 million globally. 58. Also in 2013, Fisher obtained the 9-episode role of an actress in the 4th season of Arrested Development, which was released on Netflix. 59 And appeared opposite Jennifer Aniston, Tim Robbins, and Will Forte in Life of Crime, a film adaptation of Elmore Leonard's 1978 novel The Switch, as the mistress of a wealthy man who refuses to pay the ransom for his kidnapped wife. The film received a limited theatrical release and favorable reviews from critics. 60 Fisher, along with the cast of Arrested Development, received a Screen Actors Guild Award nomination for Outstanding Performance by an Ensemble in a Comedy Series, and describing her work on the series as a career highlight, she said, "I've been really fortunate in my career to work with a lot of great people and get a lot of great gigs, but my favorite phone call ever was the Arrested Development one from my agent. It was very exciting." 61. 2014, present, various roles and writing. In Visions, 2015, an independent horror film, Fisher starred as a pregnant woman who begins to experience supernatural manifestations after moving to a vineyard with her husband. Distributed for a limited release in most international markets, 62 Visions was released for VOD in North America 63, and in its review for the film, Spanish newspaper Reforma wrote, "Predictable and boring, even Isla Fisher, who is usually pretty good, delivers a very boring performance." 64. 2016 saw Fisher star in two action comedy films, Grimsby and Keeping Up with the Joneses. She collaborated for the first time with husband Sacha Baron Cohen in the British film Grimsby, playing the handler of the best MI6 agent, and in Keeping Up with the Joneses 65-66 she starred as one half of a suburban couple who begin to suspect their new neighbors are secret agents. Both films were budgeted at over $35 million 67 but only made less than $30 million at the box office. 68-69. John Hodgman, Dennis Leary and Fisher at the Book Expo in 2017. Based on Austin Wright's novel Tony and Susan, Tom Ford's neo-noir thriller Nocturnal Animals, 2016, featured Fisher as the blighted wife of a motorist inside a violent novel written by a recently divorced man. The film was the winner of the Grand Jury Prize at the 73rd Venice International Film Festival and was an Arthur success. 70. Her third book and first children's novel, Marge in Charge, revolving around a mischievous babysitter with rainbow hair who tends to bend the rules. 71 was published in 2016. 72. The book was met with a positive reception. Publishers Weekly noted that spontaneity and mayhem reign in the work. 73. While the Daily Express found the comic tale of the anarchic babysitter to be perfect for reading aloud. 74. Fisher subsequently authored three follow-ups, Marge and the Pirate Baby, in 2017. 75. Marge and the Great Train Rescue, also in 2017, and Marge in Charge and the Stolen Treasure, in 2018. 76. In 2019, she guest starred in an episode of the 10th season of HBO's Curb Your Enthusiasm. 77. In 2020, Fisher starred in the Walt Disney Pictures film Godmothered, which was released on Disney Plus on December 4th of that year. 78. In 2023 she starred in Strays, a comedy about a group of dogs on an adventure. Fisher was the voice of Maggie. In 2025, she voiced Sarah Haytoff in the animated film Dog Man. Also in 2025, Fisher returned to the Now You See Me franchise after 12 years with its third installment, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, after not appearing in the second film due to her pregnancy. 79. Philanthropy. In 2014 and 2015, Fisher donated her signed shoes for the Small Steps Project Celebrity Shoe Auction. 80. In 2015, Fisher and her then husband Sacha Baron Cohen donated £335,000 to Save the Children as part of a program to vaccinate Syrian children against measles, and another £335,000 to the International Rescue Committee to help Syrian refugees. 81. 82. 83. Personal life. In 2001, Fisher met English comedian and actor Sacha Baron Cohen at a party in Sydney. 84. They became engaged in 2004 and were married on March 15, 2010 in a Jewish ceremony in Paris. 85. 86. She converted to Judaism to marry Cohen. 87. 88. She took the Hebrew name Ayala, the Hebrew word for a doe, and has said that she observes the Sabbath. 89. 90. 91. Baron Cohen and Fisher have 3 children, born in 2007, 2010 and 2015. 92, 93, 94, 95 they resided in Sydney, having previously divided their time between Los Angeles and London. 96, 97. On April 5, 2024, Fisher announced that she and Baron Cohen were filing for divorce, after separating at the end of 2023. 98 On June 13, 2025, she and Baron Cohen announced that their divorce was finalized. Dominic Sessa, born October 25, 2002, is an American actor. He made his film debut with a breakthrough role in Alexander Payne's Christmas comedy drama film The Holdovers, 2023, for which he won the Critics' Choice Movie Award for Best Young Performer and earned a British Academy Film Award nomination for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Sessa went on to appear in the third installment of the Now You See Me film series and the Christmas comedy film Oh, What Fun! Both 2025. He will portray celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain in the biographical film Tony. Life and Career. Dominic Sessa was born in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, on October 25, 2002 and grew up in Egg Harbor Township and Ocean City. 3. He is of Italian descent and has a sister. 4. 5. His mother is a teacher, while his father worked in payroll before his death in 2017. 5. 6. Sessa attended Alder Avenue Middle School and, from the 10th grade onward, received a scholarship to attend the college preparatory school Deerfield Academy in Deerfield, Massachusetts. 2. 6. He enrolled with plans to play ice hockey for the school, but a broken femur sustained before the start of his freshman season prevented him from participating in the sport and led him to join drama classes instead. 7. He initially struggled but later came to enjoy the classes, acting in student productions of the plays Antigone and Rumors in addition to a radio play of Frankenstein. 6. 7. He also joined the school's a cappella group. 8. At the time, Sessa did not consider pursuing acting as a career and initially applied to college to study English literature. 9. In the fall of 2021, Sessa attended a casting call at Deerfield for student roles, including that of co-protagonist Angus Tully, in the comedy drama The Holdovers, a film about a teacher having to chaperone students at a New England boarding school during Christmas break in 1970. 6. 7. He made a positive impression on casting director Susan Shopmaker, who arranged for him a second audition with director Alexander Payne. 7. Although Payne had imagined someone younger in the role of Tully. 6. He believed that Sessa had potential and scheduled several callbacks, coaching him into a more natural performance. 10. 11. Payne decided to cast Sessa after participating in a Zoom call for a script reading session with him and co-star Paul Giamatti. 6. To prepare for the role, Sessa studied the script for 2 months and watched films from the period suggested by Payne, including The Graduate, 1967, Harold and Maude, 1971, Paper Moon, 1973, and The Last Detail, 1973. 6. 11. While filming The Holdovers, Sessa was admitted to the Carnegie Mellon School of Drama. He completed his freshman year and subsequently took a leave of absence. 6. Released in 2023, the film grossed $46 million and received positive reviews that named Sessa its breakout star. A critic for the Roger Ebert website said that Sessa had the energy of a leading man and a quirky character actor at the same time. 15. The performance earned Sessa the Critics' Choice Movie Award for Best Young Performer, the Independent Spirit Award for Best Breakthrough Performance, and a nomination for the British Academy Film Award for Best Actor in a Supporting Role. 216. Sessa next starred in the Rose Byrne-led drama film Toe, 2025, and appeared in advertisements for the brands Yves Saint Laurent and J. Crew. 17. 18. 19. He played a magician in the third installment of the Now You See Me film series, titled Now You See Me, Now You Don't, 2025, 20, which became a box office hit. 21. Critics appreciated the franchise's new generation of protagonists, portrayed by Sessa, Ariana Greenblatt, and Justice Smith, with the Los Angeles Times describing Sessa as particularly charming in the role. 2022-23. Sessa starred in the Michelle Pfeiffer-led Christmas comedy film Oh, What? Fun. 2025, 24, which received negative reviews. 25. Sessa portrayed celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain in the forthcoming biographical film Tony, set in the summer of 1976 in Provincetown, Massachusetts, before Bourdain chose to pursue a culinary career. 526 Sessa said that he tried to set aside the weight of Bourdain's later fame and described him in the production as a young man who's figuring it out. Morgan Freeman too, born June 1, 1937, is an American actor, producer, and narrator. In a career spanning 6 decades, he has received numerous accolades, including an Academy Award and a Golden Globe Award, as well as a nomination for a Grammy Award and a Tony Award. He was honored with the Kennedy Center Honor in 2008, an AFI Life Achievement Award in 2011, the Cecil B. DeMille Award in 2012, and Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award in 2018. In a 2022 Readers' Poll by Empire, he was voted one of the 50 greatest actors of all time. 3. Born in Memphis, Tennessee, Freeman was raised in Mississippi, where he began acting in school plays. He studied theater arts in Los Angeles and appeared in stage productions in his early career. He rose to fame in the 1970s for his role in the children's television series The Electric Company. Freeman then appeared in the Shakespearean plays Coriolanus and Julius Caesar, the former of which earned him an Obie Award. In 1978, he was nominated for the Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Play for his role as Zeke in the Richard Wesley play The Mighty Gents. Freeman received the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor playing a former boxer in Clint Eastwood's sports drama $1 Million Baby, 2004. He was Oscar nominated for Street Smart, 1987, Driving Miss Daisy, 1989, The Shawshank Redemption, 1994, and Invictus, 2009. He also performed in Glory, 1989, Lean on Me, 1989, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, 1991, Unforgiven, 1992, Seven, 1995, Amistad, 1997, Deep Impact, 1998, Gone Baby Gone, 2007, and The Bucket List, 2007. He also portrayed Lucius Fox in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, 2005 to 2012, and acted in the action films Wanted, 2008, Red, 2010, Oblivion, 2013, the Now You See Me films, 2013 to 2025, and Lucy, 2014. Known for his distinctive voice, he has narrated numerous documentaries including The Long Way Home, 1997, March of the Penguins, 2005, Through the Wormhole, 2010 to 2017, The Story of God with Morgan Freeman, 2016 to 2019, Our Universe, 2022, and Life on Our Planet, 2023. He made his directorial debut with the drama Bofa. 1993. He founded the film production company Revelations Entertainment with business partner Laurie McCreary in 1996, under which they produced projects such as the CBS political drama Madam Secretary, 2014 to 2019. Early life and education. Freeman was born on June 1, 1937, in Memphis, Tennessee. 4. He is the son of Mamie Edna, née Revere, 1912 to 2000, a teacher. 5. And Morgan Porterfield Freeman, July 6, 1915 to April 27, 1961, 2. A barber, who died of cirrhosis in 1961. 6. He has 3 older siblings. 7. Some of Morgan's great-great-grandparents were slaves who migrated from North Carolina to Mississippi. He later discovered that his white maternal great-great-grandfather had lived with and was buried beside Freeman's black great-great-grandmother in the segregated South, as the two could not legally marry at the time. 5. A DNA test suggested that among all of his African ancestors, a little over 1/4 came from the area that stretches from present-day Senegal to Liberia and 3/4 came from the Congo-Angola region. 8. As an infant, Freeman was sent to his paternal grandmother in Charleston, Mississippi. 9-10 He moved frequently during his childhood, living in Greenwood, Mississippi, Gary, Indiana, and finally Chicago. 10 He made his acting debut aged 9, playing the lead role in a school play. He then attended Broad Street High School, a building which serves today as Threadgill Elementary School in Greenwood. 11 At the age of 12, he won a statewide drama competition, and while settling into school, discovered music and theater. When Freeman was 16 years old, he contracted pneumonia. 12. Freeman graduated from high school in 1955, but turned down a partial drama scholarship from Jackson State University, opting instead to enlist in the United States Air Force. 6. He served as an automatic tracking radar